How to go from noob to pro in Minecraft is relatively simple. For the most part, most people sort of take it like this. I want to become as good as whoever, whoever's name, and that is not a very healthy way to go about it, and I'll sort of explain why right now. So whenever you do something like that, which is, most of the time is green that you sort of look up to like that, you have an issue with doing it that way. Now let me turn around. There we go. So this is everything that is between what you know, or that you know exists, pretty much. This is the entire Minecraft building universe, everything as possible that you know of. So this is the best, green tutorial, and this is, where you will probably begin, is this square here. That, that is your first tutorial you watch. And after watching quite a few of them, you'll just continue on and go in like this little circle type deal and do layer by layer and learn how to do, how to build better in Minecraft. So that's how it looks, and at the end of it, it looks like this. However, the bad thing about this is that it happens to everyone first off, so don't think it's bad or unhealthy. It pretty much happens to everyone. It happened to myself, and I'll explain how it happened to me in a minute. However, whenever you think you know everything, because to you, this is the entire Minecraft universe. So you know everything about the entire Minecraft universe of building because, this is everything you think that exists. Really, that's what it looks like. You know that much. There's a big difference between knowing everything to not knowing very much at all. So whenever you are like this and you think you're the best builder, in many cases someone's going to tell you how bad you are, and then you're gonna realize that you actually do suck, and then you're gonna be like, oh my goodness. And there's two options at that point. So between here and here, you're gonna think you're the best builder to thinking you're the worst builder, and in many occasion you're going just to quit playing Minecraft. That's not the way to go. It's so easy just to continue on. I don't know why people just quit here. Yes, you have a lot to learn to get over there. However, you don't think about it as if you're taking, going from here to there. You think about it like this. You're thinking about you're going to go from the United States to Japan. So first off, you walk out to your car, or actually first off, you get ready. You get everything set up, and then you start walking out to your car. You get in your car, you drive to the airport, you get in the plane, you fly over to New York, you get into New York, yeah, you get the point. Anyways, and you go over to someplace else, and then you finally get to Japan. So, as you just heard, there's a bunch of steps to it. You have to take each step one block at a time. You have to go from one side to another. And that's how it is in real life. Or, and pretty much anything, like not just Minecraft, but pretty much anything you want to learn. For the most part, that's how it is. So whenever you're doing this, you sort of have to think about it like you're doing it one step at a time. This is how you learn how to do it. You have to, because thinking about it like this, you're like, what does each block mean? Each block means like a different subject, and each one's more advanced than the next. So this basically is a well-rounded builder of a bunch of different things. And let's say this line is just roofs, how to build roofs, and you can keep going on. But anyways, so then you learn how to build just roofs, and you learn how to build just roofs really well. So that's how you do it. You keep going layer by layer, and you just chip off the next layer and chip off the next layer. And it's way better this way because you learn faster whenever you take things one thing at a time. So if this is only roofs, if you focus on how do I learn how to build roofs for 3 days, or how to build roofs for 3 days, after those 3 days, you're gonna be extremely good at building roofs. And you keep going layer by layer. Now this orange, this blue is basically each layer. And whenever you're learning each individual layer, you forget that there's anything over there. Your entire building goal is to get to there. Your goal is to go 3 layers, and that is your major goal. And once you get here, it's the next 3 or 4 layers. And after those 3 or 4 layers, it's the next. And you don't even think about what's ahead of you. Think about what you are trying to do right now. Same way with this layer here. Now, everything in here would be orange. This is just an example of sort of YouTube videos. Whenever you're trying to find YouTube videos, many times once you get past a certain area, let's say if this entire thing is covered by YouTube, or let's say half of this is covered by YouTube, you know, at this point you're going to start feeling very confused because you can't find any YouTube videos on how to build better once you get to this like level of building, which is very irritating. Whenever I got to this point, it was maddening. I couldn't find any good YouTube videos, and you know, that's perfectly understandable. However, there are YouTube videos that are better than this orange section. First off, drawing tutorials, painting tutorials, sculpting tutorials, and I'll put a link down into the description of all of like my favorite, you know, drawing tutorials, painting tutorials, you know, all that kind of stuff, which I probably won't put a lot, I won't put quite a few links, so you can get an idea what I mean by painting and drawing tutorials. So next, you know, you learn all of that, and then after this point, there's pretty much no tutorials on it besides painting tutorials and stuff. But even over here, this next thing I'm about to mention is time-lapse videos and world downloads. Whenever you're trying to learn how to build, one of the best ways is to watch a time-lapse video, because you see them plan out, you see how they plan it out. What I mean by plan out is you watch them place, which this is a nice build done by Everbloom Studios, but anyways, so you see them place, okay, there we go, that's better. You see them place these here. And whenever you see them place those these green lime wool, you start learning that, you know, even the professional builders plan out their builds before they start. Even though they're really, really experienced, they still plan out their builds to make sure it looks right. Right there's some more planning. This was planning as well. That gray part was planning. You know, a lot of this was planning. The people who built this planned out a lot of it before they even started building. And whenever you see a time-lapse video of something like that, my personal favorite is Pixelbeister, you start learning how to build better by watching how they planned out their stuff. And also just seeing someone's builds, you start to get a sense of how to make your builds look good. And the best example of not really how to make your builds look good, but how to do a particular style. Now in this particular style, you can see that there's a massive amount of detail in this section here. There's a lot of detail right in this area. However, at this point, right after this bottom section here, there's almost no detail. For a massive section of this, there's almost no detail, except for like right there and some of the texturing here. And then it goes right back into a lot of detail, a lot of blocky detail, you know, a lot of squares in there. And, you know, there's a massive amount of detail in this section. Now, this is very important, because if you want to learn this style, then you need to know, okay, there's a lot of detail at the bottom, there's not very much detail in the middle, and there's a lot of detail at the top, and then there's less detail, and then more detail. You know, there's strategic areas of more and less detail. Let me remove some of the blocks out of my inventory. There we go. And this is very important, and you can even see that in other sections of the build. But let's continue on to the next section, because hopefully you got that. I mean, it made a lot of sense to me. So, anyways, the next one would be color. You know, you can learn how to use color by watching these time lapses or looking at these amazing builds and see how they use it. For this particular build, the most obvious sense of color is the fact that this is the same color as this character, and this character is the same color as that character. This is the same as, you know, these two characters. And also, the buildings are also the same color. Now, if we look at this building here, it's the same color as these characters. This basically shows that, first off, they're a lighter color. They're blue, so these characters are the good guys. This is Atlantis or something, I don't know, something like that. And they're the good guys, you know, they're working together as a team to defeat this evil dragon. And you know he's evil for two reasons. First off, they used unnatural looking colors, very bright lime green. That's an unnatural looking color. There's almost no brightly colored things on here except for this area here. And, you know, a little bit of brightly colored things right there. But they limited amount of brightly colored things they have in there, meaning that it makes it look less eerie and less unnatural. This is the most unnatural looking thing in the build, even though, you know, they got the proportions right. And it's because they used a lot of reds for, first off, red is the color of danger in, you know, like actual, like, you know, animals, like in real life. And you can also see that it's darker colored, so because it's so dark, it seems more creepy, eerie, and, you know, less good. So then over here, you have these colors are brightly colored. You can tell who's the good guy and who's the bad guy just by the colors of these creatures. You know, and then you could use that in your own organics to learn how to build organics and to tell the audience who's good and who's bad just by using color. So there's a bunch of other things I could mention, and I'll probably make a second video on some other building tips for like my 100 subscriber special. So be looking forward to that. But this is something that's very important, and you sort of have to think about it, but don't think about it too hard, otherwise you'll accidentally mess yourself up. So just be aware of it and just sort of focus on it. Don't consciously make decisions thinking, what do I want to, what cube do I want to learn next? Maybe just say, what is something I'm not very good at? I'm not very good at roofs. I think I'll practice some roofs over the weekend. That's sort of how it needs to be thought of. So I hope this video helped you out, and that, at least I hope it helped you. I don't think it really, I don't think it's that good of a video, but anyways, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and like the video, because that does help a lot, and also comment. And if you don't know what to comment, just comment which is your favorite tip. What is you gonna be doing? No, what are you gonna be using from this video? I hope you enjoyed this video, and I ran out of night vision, and God bless.